Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, as you can see, we're going to be building ourselves a sheep farm. And by the way, enjoy the time lapse. So the cool thing is I got the time lapse done. I did go ahead and build one more stall. I also got the villagers in there. I'm still waiting for them to change. I just pulled them from the village over here. I just slept, so they'll probably change here shortly, and then we'll decide on what enchants I want them to have. But I'm probably gonna have more than just these guys at the enchanting tables, because I really need to start working on getting enchants. That's gonna be one of the nice features of having a lot of villagers. Now, one thing I'm running out of: wool. I don't have wool, and our mob farm up there does not produce string, because I don't want spiders spawning in there. It's just like the worst thing to have spiders spawning in there. Now, I could build a mob farm that might be able to handle spiders, but they're so hard to deal with in any sort of mob farm, including the ones like that you can create in here in this mod pack with some cursed earth, right? Because you just have to maneuver them around. They can crawl up walls, they can clog up your system. So what I want to do is I want to utilize another vanilla-ish type mechanic, and that is to set up a 16 color automatic wool farm. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to take a long time, and believe me, it's going to. But I'm gonna take you through the basic steps so you can make it yourself. You can honestly get away with just a single wool farm, just a regular one sheep. I've done it before several times. It's something to definitely get set up as soon as you can in your worlds, because it over time will generate a lot of wool for you, and if you're any type of person that likes to build with wool, it's going to be worth having. And you can do it just with the white sheep. I want to, however, have a sheep, just one sheep of every color, so that way I can just get whatever color I need. I can just walk up and get it. And right here is kind of where I've decided I want to place this thing. I think that I should be able to compactly fit all of our sheep into these stalls here. And I think I'm going to have the stalls going this way and like put like 3 sheep each. And then on the other side, 3 sheep. And then do another stall, 3 sheep going this way, then 3 sheep. Or I could do a hallway. But the problem with the hallway is it's going to be a little bit more cramped. So if I do it this way, I should be able to, like, on the wall place what color wool is in this stall, in the different stalls. And I think I need 16, so we'll figure out if it's going to be better to do just 4 a piece. I think 4 are probably better. Then we'd end up with like 4, 8. So we'd only need 4 separate stalls of 4, which would probably be a bit better. I think that's probably going to be the way to go. And let's go ahead and get to building. So normally for these types of builds, it requires a few things: a cart, and with a hopper cart, and then you just dig out this area, right? And right here would be the block that'd be detected. Right here, this block would be facing into this block of grass right here, which will, when it turns into grass, will update the observer that's going to be here, sending a redstone signal that's going to apply to a block here, and then the redstone is going to be on top of that, and then it's going to basically shear with a dispenser, right? And the dispenser is going to use the shear, and it's going to shear the sheep. And then the hopper cart that is actually implanted or embedded into this block is going to then drop to a hopper, and then that hopper, you can use a hopper chain to get into the chest. Well, I'm going to change this up. And we're going to do this a little bit different. I want to instead use vacuum hoppers. That's going to save us the entire hassle of setting up a farm where you have to have the dirt here be pushed with a piston into the hopper cart. That part is very time consuming, and that's where setting up a larger farm like this would take a lot of time. But I think all we need now is just to decide where we want this. So right here, for example, this grass, just basically right behind it, and then I can have a piece of glass here separating this. And then right here, we can actually fit 2 sheep, have a piece of glass. This and this is going to be where our other observer is, and then this grass right here is where our other sheep's going to be. And this will be nice and compact. Now, to get the items pulled out, all I'm going to do is in this middle spot right here, in this middle block, it's not really important because the important part is this block right here, this block, and this block. Or actually, it'd be right here, wouldn't it? This block. No, yeah, this block, and this block. These are the ones that are super important because this is what's going to determine how fast this right here, this block, is going to turn back into grass, which will speed up our farm. Because once a sheep is sheared, if you didn't know, as soon as it eats grass, it'll regenerate its wool, and thus will be sheared again immediately. So that process requires these blocks to be able to change the center block, and to do that, these need light. So it's going to be glass blocks, something that has transparency. So right here is not a problem for me to have a hopper. And it should be able to pull the block up out of the glass that we're going to have set up and be able to extract. And then we're going to have a piping system that's going to run underground into a central network. And then that network is how we're going to be able to access all the wool. I think that's going to be a lot better than doing a chest for each one. So let's get to building and get this started. By the way, I think we can go ahead and upgrade this. Let's grab this out of here. Oh man, I had a lot of experience stored in it. I forgot about the experience part. Let's go ahead and take this and just upgrade. What are we missing? In stone blocks. That's we should have end stone. All right, make that. Is that going to be what I need? Wait, how do you... Oh, I gotta compress that. Ooh, polished instone. That's... Is that the normal texture? That seems very interesting. Now, I would upgrade this to the next tier. We're going to wait on this. I need to go ahead and get another nether star. I have sea lanterns. I have blocks of diamonds. I have everything we need. So that's not going to be a problem. By the way, this right here, if I just surround this, can this be... So this can be converted back and forth, right? Right? Yeah, it can. So what does it do when you make a clear version of this? Like, what does the crystal version do? Can you see the items as they go in? Is that what's going on here? If so, that's really awesome. It's literally just see-through. Like, you can't see the items. Oh, I really wanted to be able to see the items in there. That would be so neat. I mean, I guess it being clear isn't... I mean, it's pretty cool as well. To make this as compact as possible, we're going to use this format here. And to place the observer, I don't remember, is it placing... It's this way, right? Yeah. So we need to place it the way that we want it to be facing. And we're going to need 16 of these observers, by the way. So this one, you see, I have a texture pack that you can get off of Exumavoid's website that I have defined to make this a bit easier to see in what direction they're placing. But you can see, if you place it this way, it's going to face away from you. So that's what you want to do. And you can see that the redstone is pointing this way. Actually, no, that's pointing towards the redstone, isn't it? Okay, so we actually have them backwards. I have them facing the wrong way. I need them facing this way. Wow. So yeah, the arrow, the large part is what's detecting, and then it's sending the redstone here. So I need to remember that. That is... I'm glad these have the arrows on it, though. So basically, the block you want it detecting, you place it on it. I guess that would make a lot of sense, right? Okay, and then we're going to have this, because this is the block they're going to stand on. We need to remember that. I'm also going to move the dirt out here to give us enough room. And we should be able to, at this point, like literally just set these up just like this in an area that's going to keep going that way. There doesn't need to be any gaps because this is all going to filter out anyways. The only problem I'm going to have is potentially with the hoppers. So I might have to figure out what to do with that, but we'll worry about that later on. So for this, We need these facing on top of these guys. Just like that. And these are dispensers, so keep that in mind. Or as I like to search for them, pincers. It just usually filters out everything and I don't have to worry about it. And we just grab some redstone. And the redstone is going to go right here. That's how simple this is. Now, when this activates, like this one activates, it will activate this one. I'm not too concerned about that because it actually doesn't waste any of the durability of the other tool, and it's not going to do anything to the sheep. Like, it's shearing a sheep that's not shearable, it's not going to shear it, so I'm not worried about it doing that. But this is about as compact as you can make this little setup to get 4 in here. This is going to work out pretty great. Now, there are other farms that I've seen people do where, like, they have, like, farms where they're walking along or being pushed along with water, and then they're being sheared. I don't really like those, because it's not consistent, and I really like being able to control all of this stuff. So being able to control what's being sheared and what color is being sheared, because otherwise you're going to end up with like a mess where you can't really control what's going on. Now, later on, I might change up the glass color, but for right now, we're going to leave everything white, and then we'll figure out what colors things are going to go in later on. But for this, all you need is glass like this on each side, and this just needs a little bit of dirt. So let's grab some dirt, and this will fill in, so I'm not super worried about it. Get our building wand, so we're gonna have to fill this in. And if you're wondering why you don't have these like little dirt spots, like I said again, that is that texture pack that you can make yourself. Like I said, over at Zoomovoid's website, it's pretty awesome. Like it's definitely a handy tool, and I wish I knew about it before. It doesn't really change Minecraft too much, keeps everything nice and vanilla, but fixes a lot of things that it should be, like, these things should be in regular Minecraft, right? Or at least I feel that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fill this in the rest of the way. Don't know if I'm gonna have to expand upon this later, but makes everything a lot faster being able to build with this building tool. So let's go ahead and do this, and this. And these need to be too tall. You can place glass here, but I'm not going to. I might change what I'm going to do. I don't know quite yet if I'm going to do something here. I think I might do like a slab, and that would make it so that the slab is going to be right here, and the hopper will pull up and over into this through these slabs, because we noticed it did work before. So using a slab opening would make this a lot better. So like have the slab going here. Then of course removing this section right here. And you're like, hey, you should probably have flight by now. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like later on we are going to do flight 100%. But for right now, I really feel like if I have creative flight, I feel like creative flight to me is a very end game, like you've beaten the mod pack and you've beaten Minecraft. Like it just feels really, really different. I know it does help a lot with building. Like I said, we will get into it for builds that will require it, but I don't know if I can take off the creative flight. I want to get like that creative flight ring I can turn on and off, because I'd rather not have the one from Wings or the winged mod, because I think once you add that, you can't get rid of it unless you do the whole rip your wings off thing. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel yet, but I am going to work on that. But anyways, right here, I can leave this open. It doesn't really matter if this block is open, I don't think. But we need to figure out how the items are going to roll in. So I'm going to leave it open for right now. Might put a slab like right here, just to make sure the items flow into the proper spot. And then I can go ahead and try this right now. I'll place a vacuum hopper here, but I don't think that's going to be a good place to put it. As you can see, it just kind of, the items just stay there. So this is going to be trial and error. I'm going to build this up, place it right here, and see if a vacuum hopper here will have enough to pull the items through and into it, right? All right, let me go ahead and remove this, because that probably won't be there. And that did work. So that pulled. Even that pulled. Okay. So the thing is, that's pulling. But when we have another setup like this right here, is that going to pull? because let me go ahead and set up another one of these right over here, and we'll see. So I just did some testing, and yeah, it doesn't work. So I will need to move this 6 blocks out, because we did determine that this has, well, actually it has a bit larger of a range than that, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and test it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's 8 blocks out that it can actually reach. But after that, it doesn't do it anymore. So we actually need this to be like 8 blocks away from each stall. Now, what I could do is I could probably reduce the number of stalls down to 12, and then we could get more set up in here. We could actually have, or we might be able to do more stalls. Like we can probably do 2 more right here instead. And that would be, we would only need two of these built. Yeah, we should probably do that. And then we can compact this even more. That would totally work. I was thinking about doing 6, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, you know what? Right here, we could have a setup. And then right here, we can have a setup. And just have the observer, like, I guess we could have the observer facing right here. No, we'd have to expand this out just 1 more block. So that way we could get our redstone and stuff in here. But I think that would be way better, is to have our stalls more compact like that. So this right here definitely works. And I think what we could do is for this actually make like stalls, like as if we were making, which I called those villager trading stalls. Man, stalls is just a word that I've been using a lot for some reason. But I really want to make like a stable. That's the word I want to, but the stable kind of refers to horses, doesn't it? I have no idea. Anyways, I want a sheep stable. I'm sure that's what you guys heard it called in school and have been raised calling them sheep stables, right? Anyways, I want to get the sheep stables. I did go ahead and test this. Now this does work. So I went all the way into this corner here, dropped the item. It actually goes up and through here. And because I had to raise it up 1 to get it to work. But it works, which I'm super happy with. And these are spread out just far enough. They're 3 blocks apart now, which leaves an 8 block gap in between these 2 sides. This right here basically reaches all the way to this block and then doesn't pick up this anymore. So, and this one reaches all the way to this block, but doesn't pick up anything in this block. So that's something I had to think about and I had to get done. So 8 block distance away from each other, and then you should be fine. And this is going to work fine. So all I got to get now is the sheep in here. And I think the best way to do that is to get like 2, 3, 4 sheep that are wandering out. I'm going to go ahead and build a little bit of a stable over here. Just a little bit of a, not a stable, just a pen. So just grab some fence, just some random fence that you might have. Let's see, I'm going to make some spruce fence real quick. If I have enough spruce. Of course, I'm always running out of wood. So that should be plenty. I'm going to get a little horse area, or not horse area, a little bit of a sheep area started. And just going to be feeding them wheat until I get enough sheep in here. And you can throw baby sheep in there. It's not a big deal. And then we also need to figure out how we're going to get items out of here. I think I'm going to just do a piping system that's going to go into a little bit of a chest room that is going to be down in here. And that chest room is then going to be linked to a storage system, which I'll then be able to access right here. And I think that's going to be great. The other thing I want to do later on, I think, is put a block right in front of what each color sheep it's representing once we get enough wool. And also change some of these glass. You see this glass here. We have so many different glass variants. Why not use some? So we have this. I wonder what exactly it says. Emit strong redstone signal. So there's a glass block that acts as a actual like full-on redstone block. That's pretty sick. I wonder if it's a redstone block. Oh no, it's just a piece of single redstone. So you could use this instead of a redstone block, and that would be way better. But I wanted to try this out. So what's it gonna do if I like take this and replace this? Oh yeah. So long as this actually like lets the grass glow or grow underneath, which it should maintain the same properties as normal glass. I might actually just replace all this glass with this. That might be a lot better looking. Like this doesn't connect texture wise, does it? No. I wonder also if a glass slab would look good, because the sheep also couldn't get out of a glass slab. That might be something to also consider. So how about this? I think this will be perfect. And then we could even cap the top here and make it an actual slab. So that way, like later on, we can have the sheep actually housed and we don't have to worry about anything getting in there with it. Like a zombie can't like accidentally somehow like spawn on here and then accidentally fall in the hole. Like that's gonna be perfect. And then I think you can use trap doors to cover up the center spot. I think trap doors allow light to go through. So that'll be something we can also try. Man, I really need to sleep, don't I? Now that all the sheep are in, I can go ahead and dye each and every one. Now I'm going to use Minecraft's color palette, just like this. The way that it actually shows right here, I'm actually just going to do it in that order. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. This just kind of helps me make sure that I get every single one done and that we have them all. And this is honestly the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. Yeah, just go ahead and right-click them all. I think even the baby sheep should be able to be dyed. I think they can be dyed while they're still a baby sheep. Yep. You just got to be able to reach them. Look at that. So cute. Look at it. I think there should be 16, right? I thought there was 16. Did I just miss a color? I will be so upset if I just missed a color. I feel like I'm missing a color now. Oh my. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I missed a gray dye. Oh, I did. Oh no. So, like actual gray? I believe I missed that one. That's okay. I'll just resort the sheep. Yeah, you know what? It's not actually going to bother me that much, but I know some people it's really going to bother. And also, I just lost my last few dye. But that's okay, right? We have brown. I just needed the black and white that I had. So white and one more black and we should be good. We do black. Actually, this makes more sense having the gray over here. Well, the white we don't really need because I've already done that. But this actually makes more sense. Let's go ahead and pull you out. Put you there and you there. And you can go where Mr. Gray is at. Just like this, and that will make a ton more sense. So much more sense. How about the black one goes here? The gray one goes here, and the light gray goes here. Honestly, it doesn't really matter too much. Where did the sheep go? He already run off? Where in the world? This dude is traveling, man. All the way over here. You're gonna get yourself killed. Let's get back over here. It's already getting... Wow, I feel like when you use a sleeping bag, the time of the day goes by so much quicker. It's insane. Can we parkour? Yes, we can. And there we go. Only thing I gotta do now is get shears on here, inside each one of these. Oh my gosh. Get shears in them. And get the piping hooked up. So right down here is where I want to get my storage hooked up. Now, I do need the pipe puller to be set up a specific way. I need to remember how this actually places. Do I need it to be placed... What way? What way do I need to place it? Not this way, right? Yes, I need it placed this way. So directly underneath it is where I'm going to need this to be placed. To do that, well, I've got to do this and this. And hopefully I can place it like that. There we go. And then, of course, break these. Man, that makes the horrible portal sound, by the way. Oh, that sound. All right. We'll do it here as well. Perfect. Now, all we got to do is hook up our pipes. Wow, I've made a horrible music contraption thing that goes on over here. I'm going to get this to go all the way into the back on both sides. Just like this. Perfect. Now, once these are in here, I need to decide on what I'm going to do. I think I kind of have an idea already. I need a buffer chest that is going to... that all these items are going to be sent to. Sent to that buffer chest. And then from that buffer chest, I need to send it into my storage. Otherwise, these would all have to be hooked into my storages, right? I think that's how that's going to go. Actually, yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. Because this just is going to connect directly to my inventory, which is going to be everything. I thought that it goes like this because it's not even exporting the items into the place we need. Like, that's how it's supposed to go, is it not? There's the hole, but there's a hole there too. But I'm pretty sure it was like this, right? For example, this goes here, pipe into a chest. You put the items in, it pulls out and goes. Oh, that's right. You know why? I feel so derpy because of this. I've done this so many times now. That's, you've seen how that just pulled like it's a hopper. It'll pull from the side of an item, a block, but it won't from this. And I think it's because this is actually the export slot. And if there's nothing in that slot, there's nothing to pull out of. So it doesn't actually pull from the main slot. It only pulls from this export bottle slot. And I guarantee if you put items in the top, it wouldn't put any items in here. It'd put it right into this slot. And you can see that by me shift clicking here, that it goes into this slot. So that means that most likely that's the order that it goes. So to get this to fully function, I actually need a regular hopper. I don't know why that works. I don't actually know why that's the case, but that's 100% the reason. And this actually will be a good thing though. So we'll do this hopper. Now that is going to definitely send items. So there we go. Import cables, all of this to just place that there. And then I have most of this all nice and colored. So the only thing I really need to do is take more of the cable that we have, hook that right there, and everything should be linked in. I shouldn't need cables right here. And all the cables are still linking up to the top. So this is where things are going to get interesting. I need so many shears, and that's what I'm making. I just need to take a bunch of iron, and I'm just filling my inventory with shears and filling all of these completely to the max with shears. And look at that, we're already getting wool. I think that was our first pieces of wool are already building up. And look at that. And yeah, these should actually last quite a while, especially since we're filling them all the way up. I think you get like a good 4+ stacks of wool out of each one. I mean, I think it's 256 is the durability on them. I don't know. You get that, but usually you'll get like 2 or 3. Uh-oh. And now we have a problem. I just noticed. Oh no, how am I going to fix this? I think I can fix it though by moving the slabs up one, and then it should work. So just as I'm finishing things up, I'm kind of making things look a little bit nicer, and I am getting the occasional blocks that are getting stuck, but I think I've kind of found what I need to do, and I went ahead and broke these sides out. This also needs to be broken out here, and I'm going to do a little bit something different there as well. This needs to be opened here, just like that on the top. There needs to be room so that the items don't get stuck like they have been, but I think this is turning out and looking pretty good. Now, I did block this up, but because there's glass here that is lighting the area, I don't think it's going to cause too much of a problem. These two might be a little bit slower to do their thing, but overall, this is working, and we're getting already a ton of resources. Like, look at all the different wool type. We should get every single different wool type there is. And by the way, I did go in and change the sheep. This right here is actually in more of a rainbow form instead of using what I was using. Since I did go ahead and do the grayscale over here pattern, I decided to just go ahead and do the rest of it based off of I guess it'd be like its color and brightness, like creating sort of a rainbowy setup. But overall, these are completely ugly looking, but the next episode I think we're going to get into making them nice and pretty. Of course, that'll probably be something that we do like right off the beginning of the video. Uh-oh. I don't know what that was, but looks like it fixed itself. So as we kind of finish up the video, let's go ahead and get our thank you signs. By the way, I needed to get this done. Ended up messaging me and saying, hey, can I get mine changed to my actual Discord name? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And it's King Solovis, which again, I want to say a huge thank you. I went ahead and got that fixed, and let's go ahead and get our new Patreon of the day on our sign. So today I want to give a huge thanks to one of my new Patreons, and you know what, right here, what a better place than on this. And that I'm going to say thanks to Lord Sharky. Thank you so much. And that's the Patreon of the day. I really like this idea I've been going with, like having a Patreon of the day. It's been really nice, and I've been posting stuff on Patreon every day, so I'll take a screenshot of this after, and I'll post it on there after editing it a little bit. And I usually will write a post about what I did today, which will kind of give people, give my Patrons a little bit of information about what to expect from the video, because I do record these usually the day or night before it goes live. So it kind of gives everyone a heads up and gives them a little bit of an update, kind of a, I guess I don't know, a little bit of a spoiler. I try not to spoil too much, but anyways, thank you so much, Lord Sharky. I do appreciate it. And guys, well, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, don't forget to like this video. I would really appreciate it. Share with your friends if you got any of those. Any of those. I know you do. Anyways, guys, I hope to see you in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching.